Hello, welcome to Temple's World Recipes. Today, I bring you a classic from Yucatan, Cochinita Pibil. Pibil is the method of cooking the pork in the pib, which is a hole in the ground, and it serves as an oven. I'm going to show you today how I do it at home to kind of mimic what the pib is. It's not the same, but it's still very good. So let's get cooking. The ingredients we're going to need are 2 pounds of pork loin, 3.5 ounces of annatto paste or achiote paste, 10 garlic cloves, 1 teaspoon of whole black pepper, 1 teaspoon of whole allspice, 1 teaspoon of ground oregano, half a teaspoon of ground cloves, a quarter stick of cinnamon, 1 purple onion, 12 fluid ounces of bitter orange, habanero peppers, 2 to 3 oranges, limes, and optional banana leaves, but I recommend them. The first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna warm up a pan at medium heat. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna saute our garlic cloves with the peel on. This is gonna help get them fragrant and soft without melting. We're gonna go about this for a few minutes until you see some brown spots. Then we'll set them to the side. I'm gonna use some mortar and pestle to grind my pepper and my allspice. If you don't have a mortar and pestle, you can use a blender or a food processor. When it's all grind real well, we're gonna add our cinnamon, we're gonna pound it and grind it all together. Then, in a blender, we're gonna add our garlic cloves already peeled. Then we're gonna add our ground cloves, our ground oregano, our black pepper, allspice, and cinnamon mixture, our achiote paste or annatto paste. We're gonna break it into small pieces. It is very important to use the annatto paste as this is what's gonna give the flavor to the dish. Then I'm gonna add a cup of bitter orange juice. If you can't find bitter orange, you can use a 3/4 to 1/4 ratio of orange juice and lime juice. We're gonna cover our blender and run it for a few seconds to mix everything. Then we're gonna stop it and we're gonna taste for salt. It's real good, but it needs a couple of pinches of salt. I'm gonna start the blender again, just to incorporate the salt. Next, we're gonna cut our pork. In my case, I'm gonna cut it into big chunks, as I'm gonna pull my pork later. I just think pulled pork works better for tacos. If you don't wanna pull your pork, you can cut it into smaller bite-sized pieces, and you can make tacos as well. Now, we will cover our pork with the annatto sauce. We want to make sure that every piece is covered. Turn your pork around and make sure that you cover every nook and cranny. Now we're going to cover it with plastic film and we're going to put it in the fridge to marinate at least for 3 hours, but like always, overnight is better. Next, we're going to cut our onion We're gonna cut it in half. We're gonna leave one half to the side. And with the first half, we're gonna cut it real thin as we're gonna make a classic purple onion and habanero pickle. This is great to accompany our cochinita tacos. We're gonna put our onions, separate them in a bowl. And then we're gonna add the juice of one lime to start the pickle. We're gonna incorporate everything. And then we're gonna add our habanero to taste. Warning: if you are sensitive to spiciness, we recommend you to wear gloves. If you cut habanero with your bare hands and then you touch your eyes or your face, it's gonna sting, and that's not good. We really recommend to wear gloves. I'm used to it, so I'm just gonna do it this way. I'm gonna cut my habanero in juliennes or really thin strips and add them to my onions. We're gonna keep on mixing, and then we're gonna add 1 or 2 teaspoons of salt. That's to your preference. And the juice of half an orange. With the other half of the onion, we're just gonna chop it into big chunks as we're gonna use it to cook our pork. The next step is optional. If you're gonna use banana leaves, and I really recommend them, we're gonna pass them on the fire over the stove. This is gonna help release the oils from the banana leaves and make them more pliable. We're gonna do this with all our banana leaves, as this is gonna help us mimic the pib and give great flavor to our cochinita. Now with all our banana leaves ready, I'm using a roasting pan, but you can also use a Dutch oven. We're gonna put all our banana leaves in and kind of cover all the walls of a roasting pan or Dutch oven. The big banana leaves, I'll leave them to the end as they're gonna help us cover all our pork. Now we're gonna add our pork into a roasting pan or our fake pib. We're gonna add our onions. And we're gonna add a little bit of water, about half a cup, just to help us steam the pork. Then we're gonna close all our banana leaves. And to make sure that none of the steam escapes, we're gonna use some aluminum foil and cover our pan as well. With our oven preheated at 350 degrees, we're gonna put our pork in and we're gonna let it go for 2 to 2.5 hours. As our Cochinita Pibil is in the oven, it's a great time for you to subscribe to our channel. If you want notified when new videos are coming, click on the bell. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a like at the end. Thank you very much, and let's go back to the kitchen. After 2.5 hours, we're gonna pull our pan out and we're gonna remove our aluminum foil. Man, this smells so good. I'm gonna start uncovering our pork, push the banana leaves to the side as they already have done their job, and we're gonna start pulling our pork. We're gonna leave our pork inside the pan so it absorbs all that goodness from that annatto sauce. We can't have tacos without tortillas. I have a griddle pan that I use to warm them up. We're gonna flip them around after a few seconds. Make sure they're all cooked. And I'm pretty sure that you'll be warming a lot, as these tacos will blow your mind. I keep them warm in my tortillero. Now, with our warm tortillas, we're gonna start preparing our tacos. The classic way is add a little bit of cochinita into your tortilla, and then we're gonna add our purple onion and habanero pickle. We're gonna finish them off with a few drops of lime. Our cochinita tacos are ready. Our spicy onions, so let's try them. Oh wow, such a great taste. The habaneros are nice and hot. It's such a classic dish from Yucatan. Try it out and let me know what you think. See you next time.